Hello guys and welcome to episode 29 of my Ymir multiplayer series. You're talking to a big boy now guys. I'm sorry but I think I'm getting a little bit too important to deal with you viewers now because I don't want to say anything but we've gone up by 2,000 score in 2 days. It has been 2 days, but we're still in 11th place, but look at the gap between me and the person in 12th place. Almost 2,000 score difference. And guys, we are 120 score off being the 5th biggest player on the server in terms of 5th biggest nation. Sorry, not player, nation. Because actually, if you look here, Cario has 2 people who both have 9,000, but they only count as one nation, so their one nation is the top of 23,000 score. But in terms of actual nations, if I get 121 more score, I'll actually get +1 progress, which means I'm the 5th biggest nation on the server. So I've really shot off, and you can see here 11,000 coins. That's 11,000 coins with, and look at this guys, 10 shovels per tick coming in. I'm making myself for 34 coins because look at the market, absolute demand. So by making it myself, I get shovels in, of course. I don't have to rely on the market, I actually make them myself. Brilliant. You can see now I've got 36. Also, once I've then got the shovels I need, I can go, they want 47 coins, 46 coins. If I make them for 34 coins, I'm making 13 profit on each one because the tin now is selling for 6 coins and I sell it for 4.5, so I'm only losing 1.5 coin per tin, which is absolutely amazing. That's really good value for tin. Copper, I fully produce myself, and look at this guys, 35 copper. I'll get into that in a second, I'll get into that, why that's like doubled, but 35 copper, so I produce all the copper myself. I produce all the charcoal myself now. Wood, we don't produce very much ourselves, only 6. We have to buy it in, and the wood market is still ropey, which is why the charcoal production is now shot down. But I decided to actually make charcoal myself instead of buying it in. And it's created some good jobs. It's also fine with the clay now, because look at the clay. Again, we're producing a lot more clay. I'll get into that in a second. If you've linked the mining, you've linked the clay, know anything about me, you'll probably know what tech I've got that's allowing me to do that, but I'll go into detail. Ooh. Oh, I didn't notice this. This was 16 hours ago as well. We've got 30 bricks. For some reason, 16 have gone. I know 16 have gone. I ran out of storage space. So I bet you overnight, half of them just got deleted because I ran out of storage space. That's a shame. That's a big shame. So we actually need to buy some more in. I can also produce bricks myself. So let's stop beating around the bush. Let's talk about what I've got. So, firstly, text. We've got here. Oh, I'd go on for. I actually can't remember what I did on last episode. I think all of these above Ard are all new. I can't remember. Or maybe Code of Laws. I think was in last episode. Guys, I genuinely can't remember. What I covered in. It was only 2 days ago that I recorded it. I'm going to assume that I haven't talked about Code of Laws, but I'm not going to go into it in big detail because I think I did. So Code of Laws is basically getting the magistrate buildings down, and I built 2 magistrates in both cities. The magistrate building you unlock once you've hit policy Code of Laws, and that then gets you, I think, 4 officials per magistrate. They produce a service, which the justice service gives you a bit of culture, and then massive conflict reduction. So now we're actually seeing that take place. Conflict's still going down in both my cities. And population has kept growing and growing because of the conflict going down, and loyalty is through the roof, guys. Through the roof. 71 loyalty it's going up to in Redwood, in Castell, and then 55 in Rocktown. So yeah, loyalty is doing amazing. People are very happy. Things are going absolutely brilliant. And look, we've got 315 workers in Rocktown, 313 workers in Castell. So actually, what's funny, Rocktown's a bigger city than Castell, which, yeah, I've never had a a city bigger than my capital. Actually, no, saying that, 1330, 1293. So, oh, I know why. It's because Rocktown has 5 oligarchs, whereas Castell has 11 oligarchs and a leader. So actually, no, Castell is bigger, sorry. Castell is bigger. I was wrong about that. So we've got, that's Code of Laws, but I think I covered that one in the last episode. It's Grand Writing, which unlocks the library. I still haven't built the library, and the reasoning is because clay is just through the roof. You can see here's still 3.5, 50 at 3.5, which is ridiculous. And the code of laws, the library level 3 needs 100 clay, so I literally haven't had to get enough clay to build it. So that's still not there, but it would only give us a small increase in the research point production and a tiny bit of culture, and obviously more knowledge capacity. But we've got 1,200 knowledge capacity. Like, it's not like I need the new library anytime soon, so I'm not fussed about that. I'm also talking about the money. 460 coins. That is with 160 in techs. So actually, we're only about 600 coins per tick. And that 600 coins, like I said, we're having to spend 34 coins on the shovels. So I think that literally does mean we're earning 340 coins less. I don't know, but we're spending a lot of money on all those shovels, and it's just going brilliant. Look at all the copper ore we've got. And I've now got it to sell at 5.5, but the market's gonna crash pretty soon because everybody's gonna get the new tech. So let's continue. There's so much to talk about, guys. So we've got, this is where I think pictogram writing and pillars I did cover in last episode. So kiln, I think I was researching in the last episode, but I finally got it. I got it yesterday or the day before. So kiln is what I've been using in Castell to pump out all my charcoal. So I was right where I said that the kiln's used for charcoal production. It's actually not got anything to do with bricks. I don't know where I was getting the idea it's come with bricks. But the kiln, I think the kiln technology actually unlocks the level 3 brick worker, which is what you make bricks in. I think I'm getting a bit confused. So let's have a look at these. So lots of development in Castell. No new buildings because I've actually been saving my shovels for other stuff. But you can see here, look at the amount of markers I've got. I can't remember how many leather clothes workers I had before the last time I played, but if this is looking like a lot more, then you can now see where I'm getting all my score from. Loads of butchers. They've all been upgraded, and I've got like another 5 new butchers. I'll get onto the little beauties in a second, but then loads of more development over here as well. So here we go. Here's the kilns. So the kilns are 2 workers instead of 1, but they're so much more efficient producing charcoal. They're obviously going to produce double anyway because they've got 2 workers. But I think at max production they produce about 8.4 charcoal compared to the charcoal burners, which I think produce only 2.9. So you can see, even if there was double the workers, they produce still like 2.5 more charcoal. So really good investment. So I've got loads of them. Obviously just wood was a major problem. And one thing I learned, and again, I can't believe it's taken me this many years to learn it, you can actually make charcoal with mud and not clay. I never knew that. So instead of wasting all my clay making all this charcoal, when I've got all my mud workers, loads of jobs, loads of workers spare while getting mud, I've just switched them all to mud. Yes, it's double, so it does cost double, and mud is 0.4 and clay is only 0.5, so you're costing double, but technically it's actually more expensive. But when you generally don't have any clay, it doesn't matter that it's more expensive. You need to do it because you don't have any clay. So it's absolutely brilliant. So I've got them all using mud. There's obviously no alternative to wood. You have to use the wood to make charcoal. But yeah, wood and mud. Getting my charcoal. That's brilliant. I think we covered upgraded mines before, but I'll get into that soon because this is what I want to talk about, is the mining shafts. I think this is a pivotal point, a pivotal tech, I should say, in Ymir. So there's loads of pivotal tech, just like agriculture, markets, bartering, currency. Mining shafts doesn't have any like unique features really. All it does though is just dramatically increase the amount of clay you can output, the amount of ore you can output. And all it simply does is on your annexes, so on your level 3 clay miner and on your level 3 mines, you can now load a mining shaft. So you choose which ore it is, costs 5 shovels and 8 planks and then a bit of stone, so it's quite expensive with shovels. But it has to be fully flat, so you can't have it on like hills or anything like that. The 3x3 tiles have to be fully flat. But then you just place it down and it gets you a lot more ore, because even though you lose the 3 tiles, you won't actually mine the surface of the 3 tiles. It then actually gives you a lot more production. So yes, you lose the 9 tiles, but then you gain like double or triple the production. So you can see here, I'm getting 14 copper per mining camps, but before I think I was only getting about 8.9 or something like that. So it's not exactly double, but it's like 75% more. So I'm getting a lot more copper. It's just absolutely brilliant. And then the same with clay. You can see this one used to be at 76% usage, making 7.6 clay. Now it's at 96%, making 11 clay. So again, it's not double, but that's gone up by a good 65-70% in output, which is really, really good building. So because of that, because of all that extra copper, and because tin's been so cheap, I have massively increased my smelting capability. So I've got the bronze worker, the tin worker, and then the 3 coppers. What I've introduced is another copper, a new bronze, a new tin, and then 2 more coppers. So that is then making me 11.7 bronze. And you can see we are actually now in a deficit. It's just because we don't have enough charcoal to produce the max bronze. But we're getting 11.7 bronze, and then all these guys are shovel makers. I think literally every single one is a shovel maker. So we're getting loads of shovels. So that is how I've managed to output so many shovels. Because this is 37 shovels from about 4 hours. I logged on about 4 or 5 hours ago to use up all my shovels. So we're getting them pretty quick, guys. It's really, really good getting this production up. And it's really, really lucky we've got a seller of tin at 6 coins, because but even at 8 or 10 coins, which is what I was paying for before, you can see here 10 coins. Like, I still think that's pretty decent value to get the tin, because the tin workers only use 1.5 tin per bar. So when people are selling bars for like 18 coins, well now they're dropped in price, but before it was like 18 or 24 coins. Ridiculous prices, way too expensive. But at 10 coins, that's only then 15 coins. The charcoal's it's only 1 charcoal, so it's only an extra 2.5 coins. So yeah, it only costs you then, if it's at 10 coins, about 17.5 coins to make a bar. So, but now at 6 coins, we make it a bar for about, what would that be, about 16, 15 coins with the extra loss included. So yeah, so things are going great with all that stuff. I've even got another shovel worker up here. That's how many shovel workers I've got now. What else? So markets have been upgraded. They're now level 3 markets. And it's just, again, so I have more flexibility of when I sell, what I buy. Not major, you don't need to have them level 3, but that's what I wanted to do, and I'm happy with that. Warehouses, I've just been running out of space so bad. I've upgraded all my granaries to level 3 and then just maxed out on one thing. You can see the amount of meat I've got there, 714 meat. And guys, oh, look at this, 200 meat per tick. And this is just in Cast Out. In Rocktown, I think I produced about another 150, 160 meat. So I'm producing almost 400 meat per tick. And we're only just breaking even almost. Like, yes, we've got now more sales up. But you can see, that the price is a little bit higher. The price is rising. We actually need to pump out more meat. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you on critical meat. I'm going to drive down the price further. Leather clothes are at 2.1, but really, really weird situation. So look at this. So I'm selling 55 leather clothes. So you'd think that if I just up it by 1, that's going to have literally no effect on the price, because why would upping it by 1 from 55 to 56? Nope, upping it by 1 decreases the price by 0.3 suddenly. So 0.3 is alright, 1.8 coins is fine. When I was doing that before, because my wealth was a little bit lower, I went up a little bit more. When I was doing that before, I was just crushing the leather clothes market because the price was being driven down to like 1.5 coins. But anyway, so 1.8 coins is good. That's like a threshold price. Any lower than that, I start to risk of bankruptcy. Oh my guys. But yeah, so that's that. What else? I've got an upgraded paddock here. So we've now got 36 buffalo in stock. So we can actually now go up to 48. So I've got all those buffalo in stock. And that then just means that I can store some while I'm ready to set up my fifth countryside. So I'm just keeping them in stock because I really do not need any more buffalo or any more leather industry right now. Like, guys, Christ, like, I'm making 135 leather clothes. I'm selling at 2.1. The amount of profit I'm making though is just ridiculous. 60 coin trade balance net profit, and then for all territories 140. So I'm really am raking in all the coins. One thing I have done though, and advice from one of the good players on the server, Cario, the one who's been helping me since the start, just to give me a little bit of knowledge about the game. He said, why not just sell level close to your countrysides? It gives them a little bit of life quality boost. It takes a little bit of demand away, a little bit of supply away, so you're not just like running up to like 900. Because I have actually you're running up to almost like 1,000 leather clothes at some point. It's just not being able to sell. So by doing that, I make a profit, because in my countryside, I sell the leather clothes for about 2.5 coins, I think, each. So I buy them for myself for 2.1. You can see here, for all territories. Yep, I'm buying them in for myself, So it's not really costing me anything, because I'm just selling them to myself. Yet I then make a profit on them, because then when I sell them in those countrysides, I get like 0.4 coin profit, and they get a small life quality bonus. So it's a win-win on life quality, and it's a win-win on the profit. So that's how I've managed to get a little bit more demand for my leather clothes. But apart from that, I can't really get any more leather clothes makers, because we just do not have enough demand for them. And if I get any more, I'm just going to really, really stock up. But what else? So I think a new consumption I've got in is wine. I think that's a new one. I think that was in the last episode. So wine is just to offset beer. Beer being just ridiculously in high demand, like ridiculous demand for beer. Like the market is crashing every day. Wine is still very volatile. You can see the amount of demand here, but I'm only selling very little. And because wine, again, as I've talked about before, because wine is, or at least, it's not that it's not sold very much, but whoever is selling it for very high price. You can see the average price is 14 coins. So because of that, I can drive up the price really, really high and not suffer a price arbitrage penalty. Whereas beer, you can see the average price is 4.6. So my price, even though I'm supplying only 5 of 17, exact same here. Actually, no, here is 6 of 8, and I've sold up to 15. But here, 5 of 17, I'm selling at a 43% demand, but the price is very low still, relatively low, because it just can't go any higher because of the price arbitrage. So that's why you need to pick out what goods you think are being supplied very little in nearby territories, or if they are being supplied at very high prices, and you want to bring them in so you can supply them in at high prices yourself. So that's why wine is, if I'm not supplying very much, I'm making really good profits on the wine. And then it also offsets to the taverns. So when I run out of beer, the taverns use wine instead. I think that is Castel covered in terms of everything new. Oh no, the brickworks. So I've actually had to shut them down because they were using up so many mud bricks, but the brickworks is brilliant upgrade over the other brickworks. It does about 50% more mud bricks, and you can now make bricks. Bricks are a wood source, a clay, and a water. Only problem why I'm not making bricks, even though I absolutely need them, because the treasury building, which is 30 bricks, I just don't have enough clay. And I don't want to run out of clay, because every time I run out of clay, my waste just soars, so I don't want to take that risk. So what I do, though, is now that all the market demand has been satisfied, there used to be like 100 orders here, so I'm actually going to ask for 150 bricks. And I know look how cheap the bricks are. Well, no, sorry, this is way too low. I think the bricks cost 5 coins, and so obviously it's got a 75% wholesale price, so it's about 3.5 coins per brick. So I'm going to set an order. There is no orders. I'm going to set an order for 100, or I'm going to say 240 bricks at 5 coins. 1,200 coins, but look how much money I've got. So that then shows that I want some bricks. They will make a profit because, again, the brick wholesale price is about 3.5 coins, 4 coins, so they'll make at least a coin per brick. And when this thing pumps out as many bricks as it does, you can easily make some good profits there. But what I am again worried about is the amount of waste that we're having just from not enough storage space. So what I'm going to do is still get these crappy little ground storages. They're so inefficient, but they obviously at least mean I'm not going to like wake up and find that all my stuff's being deleted. So I'll get them in. There we go. So there's a few new ones. And because if I'm going to get attacked, the last thing I care about is losing whatever crap stored in these ground storages. So I'm not worried about defending them or anything like that. There's no barbarians nearby to raid us. Going into the last of the techs, we've talked about the kiln. Masonry, kiln is just the kiln, but it unlocks the brickwork building and the pottery building. Masonry is what allows you to actually build the bricks in the brickworks. So masonry unlocks house level 3, brickworks, brick walls, stone stairs, and the actual bricks themselves. This is where I've been wrong, guys. I forgot about house level 3 being shovels still. I completely forgot. So I spent like 80 shovels on all these level 2 large houses, thinking that the house level 3s would be stores. I was completely wrong. House level 3 is shovels. So it's not an issue at all that I've upgraded these houses, because from upgrading them, life quality's gone up, growth's gone up, all's good. And all it means is, when the time I do get enough bricks and shovels to upgrade these all to level 3 houses, I'll just upgrade all the non-level 2 ones first. So by the time that I come around to upgrading these, it'll be in a week or two anyway, so I would have got my use out of these large house level 2s. But the next building is house level 3, and it's actually pretty easy. 2 planks, well, planks are in pretty good supply, or they were at least. You can see I've been buying a lot at just 2.5 coins, so pretty good supply for planks. And when wood does come around, you can just make your own planks very, very easily. Bricks, while they're short supply at the moment, they, with the increasing clay from the mining shafts, or the clay pits, sorry, there'll be a lot more clay on the market, and so there should hopefully be more bricks. And then the shovels, well, you can see that I've doubled my shovel production to 10, and I'm sure other people will now with more tin, more copper, they can do the same. So I think it will sort itself out, so we can get a lot of level 3 houses. And actually, again, look how much damn money we have, and that's with, like I say, a project on. So if I lose a lot of money, I have to buy in level 3 the equipment for the level 3 houses. That's just part of the game, isn't it? I've got 10,000 coins. I want to quickly just check how much is that hurting my MUV. Oh, only 1.3%, so that's not a problem at all. So the next thing, guys, and this is an absolutely huge one for me, rotational grazing, which unlocks level 3 cattle farms. And even though I have the resources to do it, because only shovels and then some planks, I haven't upgraded a single cattle farm. And the reason is I've got all the buffalo, I've got, well, actually I don't really have much wood, but I've got loads of hammers, and I have had lots of wood. It's just I'm producing too many buffalo for them at the moment. Like I've got 0.1 here and about 0.4 in Rocktown, but I just don't need any more. If I get any more buffalo, they're just going to overflow and die. There's no demand for them on the market. I can't get any more butchers because meat is already in such high supply, and leather clothes are in such high supply as well. And seeing that I've actually managed to use up a lot of jobs in my new smelting, I've got a good amount of workers used up here. I've still got loads of extra workers. Like, look at all the workers on these mud mines. Well, actually, no, not as many as I thought, but there's still a lot of activity on them. So yeah, I just don't really need more leather at the moment. But we do if we ever need to. If we see leather clothes start to go into higher demand, we're like, ooh, my prices are being pushed up. I'm maybe going up to 2.2 coins, 2.4 coins. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I'm going to get some more leather clothes makers. And yeah, brilliant. I can upgrade all my cattle farms. You can see here, look, I'm already producing 16 leather. I'm in an absolute surplus of leather. So I just, I need to get more leather. I need to get more tanneries right now, because otherwise I'm going to run out of space for leather. But I don't know. I think I'll actually get 2 more tanneries, because I've got some mud miners, so I've got some spare workers. I'm getting so much leather in that I just need to spend it. So I'll get 2 more. That won't hurt me too much. I'm not like running out of space too badly with the leather clothes. So yeah. And then guys, look at this one. I can't get it just yet. This is how desperate I am for the bricks. But there's so much to talk about. There is rotational grazing. Yep. Vegetable tanning. So that unlocks the level 4 tannery. But sadly, the level 4 tannery is sourced. We're not even in the Iron Age yet. But for some reason, we've unlocked the Iron Age building or whatever. So that's irrelevant right now. Education. This is what I could actually do. I've got all the resources for it. No, not here. Where are schools? It's in government, isn't it? Schools. So they are 2 coins upkeep to administration, but they literally is just a service that increases intelligence. I'm not sure it gives you any culture, but it gives you intelligence. And yeah, brilliant. Intelligence means you're more likely to get partial text, more likely to get new text. Intelligence does reduce your loyalty a bit, I believe. I'm making that up. No, not loyalty, sorry. It reduces growth. So you might, intelligence influence. So you might find that your population decreases a tiny bit of intelligence, but not a major issue. So schools is definitely one I can go for. But again, it's 5 shovels per school. Saying that, maybe I could go for some schools, because I've got 2 free jobs. I'll get some down and see what they're like, because I can't actually remember exactly what they're like. So let's get 2 down. We might need to spend a civ point on actually consuming the school service. But if we do, I've got a civ point spare, so brilliant. So we'll wait for them. They're only going to be a couple of minutes because of all our builders. So that'll be good. But that's that tech. Then we've got helmets. So I'm producing just some helmets, using up some of my excess copper, buying in the helmets deck, 2 copper, a little bit of leather. And then just, yeah, simply storing them. They're very expensive at 22 coins each at wholesale price. But by getting these helmets in, even if I don't sell them, it's just a matter of defense. Because now I'll have spears, padded armor, helmets, and then if I can get some damn shields. Oh god, look, there is actually people overtaking me now. But if I can get some shields in, that would then be all the equipment needed for these spear pigs, which are a staple Copper Age unit, and not even staple Copper Age. I said they're a pretty damn good Copper Age unit, and then they're actually a semi-good Bronze Age unit, because all the equipment you need for them, by the time you've got all of that built up, you're probably in the late Bronze Age. So only the best players will have like bronze pigs, and even then, I don't know, because we haven't even unlocked any of the equipment needed for a bronze pig. A hoglite, sorry, not bronze pig, a hoglite. You need a cuirass, you need a heavy helmet, you need a bronze shield. We haven't even unlocked any of these techs, let alone unlock them, put civ points into them, and started producing them en masse. So spear pigs are really good units. Unless you're going up against like wolf warriors or bear warriors or some like elite unit. Onto more techs. Regional administration, this one I want to talk about, and I'll talk about in a second. Underground mining, that's one I talked about before, about the clay pits and the mining on the ores. It just simply gets you more. Simple as that. It's more efficient, you get more. It's more productivity, more efficiency. It's brilliant. There's nothing bad about it. It allows players who are short in supply of stuff like clay or ores, like me, to get more of it. And it allows exporters for the same amount of workers to produce more, to sell more. There's nothing bad about it. It's just brilliant. One big thing we've got, guys, and I can't do it yet because of the damn treasury building not having enough bricks still. And again, I can't believe we lost those bricks. I'm trying to think, what can I build another warehouse? But what's causing us all this spec? I think it's all the food stuff. We've got the lettuce, the chickpeas, and the meat, which is why these granaries are important. I'm going to get another granary. Also, once you've got your, like, you don't actually need the workers there. The workers only generate the wealth. You can see here, even if we've got 300, we're not getting any wealth from this building. So you actually have the worker in it to generate the wealth. But as long as you've got the building, you can store stuff in it. So I'm going to get another granary and just store more, like store lettuce in it. But this tech is huge, because if you remember, you probably don't remember, but ages and ages ago, I said about how Ymir, I think it was like an episode like 4 or something like that, but how Ymir went from state power to expansion points for getting new cities. And I said about how in the previous series, season 1, I didn't get to expand until we got the tech regional administration, which wasn't until the very, very end of the save, the end of the series, sorry. And that allowed you to get new cities. So I said, they must have removed that policy because it's now redundant. No, they haven't. It's just been completely overhauled. So let's have a look at it together. So it enables multiple cities. Well, at first that says, well, you can only get multiple cities. No, this is where I went wrong when I did tried to do the capital change. Allows to grow non-capital regions beyond the village status. So this will allow me to move Rocktown as my capital because I can keep Castell as a town while just moving the capital status to Rocktown. So that is huge. Next point, 2 oligarchy support. Very minor, but it's a welcome bonus. Plus 3 regional oligarchs. Because I'm going for a full oligarch playthrough with aristocracy, well, previously very high bribes, but now aristocracy, that is brilliant for me because I'm still, it's not like I'm losing leader superiority or military superiority or anything like that. I just get 3 extra oligarchs, and if my wealth's going to go up, they're going to be balanced off anyway, so that's absolutely fine. This is the big one. 6 expansion points. 6 expansion points, guys. That is, we already only have 8, so it's almost a doubling of our expansion points. So 6 expansion points would mean, let's plan it out. So I've got an outpost, which I'll talk about in a second. I've got Rocktown, which is a village. So I'd upgrade Rocktown from a village to a town. That's 1 expansion point. Then I'd build, so then I've got 5 more expansion points. So then I could build another town with 4 expansion points next to Rocktown. So Rocktown will become my capital. That'll be a town. Castel becomes Castel starts as a town. I put another town next to Rocktown. So that's 4 points used up. Then I have 1 civ point left. So if I wanted to, I could shut down my outpost and get another place, another RC, a regional centre, next to Rocktown as a hamlet. So I'd have 4 regional centres, which would be just ridiculous. I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd stick with the 3 and then maybe get another outpost. But because the reason I don't want to shut down my outpost is it's got silver, and the silver is what I need at the moment. So I need to make silver bars to get coinage. But, you know, I could shut it down and get a 4th regional centre, because even though it's a hamlet, so it won't have very good administration, it won't be able to grow very big, it won't have any countryside really, because we've got scribes and tax collectors now, I can just get as much admin as I want. I could have 10 scribes, so the admin, you know, produces 160 admin. This building produces 160 admin. So if we have 10 scribes, technically got a town hall worth of admin. And then if I build the tax collectors as well, that's just a further decrease to the waste penalty. So I can just like grow the hamlet to like 300 people, and it have still very little waste. It'll cost a lot more. It'll be a lot more expensive than a town, but it's still doable. And then with that, I have all the oligarchs, so I can drive the prices up again. So it's another place to sell all my goods to. That way I'll get another 20 demand or whatever for leather clothes, so I can produce even more leather clothes and sell them. I can get any resources there, produce goods like hoes or hammers or armor, whatever. It's just another place if I ever got attacked, I could raise army from. It's just useful. So regional administration is absolutely brilliant. It's, I think, another game-changing policy. And there's this one, which is enables regional centre claiming, and you can just fabricate claims on non-capital regional centres of adjacent regions. Irrelevant for me, I don't have any thought about going to war, but it's again another type of war that you can actually claim people's countrysides or non-capital RCs. Or sorry, not countrysides, just their non-capital RCs, and then take them over. So that is regional administration. We just need the treasury, because if we have a look at that again, the ship, well obviously, treasury. That's it, you just need the treasury, that is it. 20 state power is a hell of a lot though, but the treasury building produces state power. So yes, we're going to lose 20 state power, but that already on its own won't hurt our loyalty too much. We've still got 70 loyalty. But with the treasury building, which I think produces probably, it's got 8 workers, so the treasury building probably produces at least about 50 or 60 state power. We'll overtake that loss anyway. So the regional administration, brilliant. Only downside, plus 10% waste. But by that point, you can just get tax collectors in those cities. Like, I haven't got tax collectors in Castel because I don't need to at the current level. But if I can get 2 extra regional centres, then I'll happily build loads of tax collectors here for a 10% waste loss. It's more than worth it. Yeah, guys, that is the current situation. We have actually got some new techs that I could get. We've got authentication seals, 1 expansion point. Oh, brilliant. I only just saw this one now. I only got this one just as I started recording, so I didn't even get to have a chance to look at it. But that one, amazing. Because that then goes with my regional administration to mean that if I shut down my outpost, I can get a village instead of a hamlet. Or now I can keep my outpost open and get a hamlet. So that goes brilliantly with regional administration. It doesn't cost me anything either. It's just 100 knowledge. So that's that one. We've got bread leavening. Not gonna get that. I don't produce wheat, but it's nice to know that bread is now available to be made, so people can get that. We've got elephant riding. I don't have any elephants, but again, I've got so much money. I'm thinking it might be a nice one to have, because if I ever did have access to elephants, having it ready would be good. I also then get this slight score increase by having more knowledge. And it's just, again, one to have if I need it, but I'm not going to do it right now. Then got arithmetics. I assume it means arithmetics, which doesn't do anything yet, but 300 score. So you can actually see now these high-level techs. That 1200 isn't going to go too far, because that is 100 there, 100 there, 300 here, so that is already almost half of our knowledge capacity gone. But I want this one because why not? And I also am just going to say that it's probably going to go into something important later on, It's a long time though, almost over a day. But that's fine. We'll get that one. Diplomatic treaties, which allows 7 nation subordinates. Don't have enough clay. Don't have any nation subordinates. But that's a nice one to know again. That's coming out. And then we've got obviously coinage, but just not enough silver. We've got 7 silver though. We have built up a little bit of a stock, but just not enough yet. So guys, Mount Buffalo has been fully patched out with all the buffalo. You can see we produce 8.8 buffalo from that. Again, they're not level 3 buffalo, so we could get level 3 buffalo there. Rocktown is doing really, really well. Still growing a little bit. It's got loads of stone blocks, producing a little bit of planks. It is got some buffalo, got loads of spears now, loads of padded armor. And we're also getting some sales of the padded armor. Really nice. Look at this. We've actually made a nice amount of money on this padded armor. That's why it's good to get. I'm stocking it up in case I ever need to use it if the worst case scenario in a war. But then I'm also able to sell it. People who maybe are doing the same. They want to have some stocks, or if they actually go to war. I made this about 5 hours ago and I forgot to use it just because I wanted to get some more workers here on Bing Bong, my outpost. Bing Bong. So I'll go to the episode second. These areas, all my places have level 3 farms, by the way. See, the life quality isn't the best, but that one isn't it. Here we go. So I'm selling leather cloves. I'm only selling them actually for 2, so I actually lie. I'm not making a profit. But it makes a 0.1 coin loss, and in return I get life quality bonuses, 11 life quality instead, which then means I get more culture. So I think it's worth it. But then if I go to someone like here, no, it's still going to make it a... No, 2.3 coins here. I think some of them make a loss, some of them don't. Yeah, 2.3 coins here. So some makes a loss, some makes a small profit, but it definitely is worth it overall. Looking at my 2 places, we've got Rocktown, which produces 1,600 wealth. It makes 117 leather cloves, 140 meat. Castell, though, 1,750 wealth. And it makes 193 meat, 136 leather cloves. So, yeah, work is just going absolutely brilliantly at both these places. As I said, I'm one of the big players on the leather clothes market. It's between 3 of us. Cario, a man here, our neighbour, or Hippolyte Pax, I should say, and then me. We've all been competing with each other, but to be honest, even though we're all pumping out hundreds of leather clothes each, because it's just us 3 for the entire server, and there's still quite a lot of players on the server, we're covering it okay, actually. But yeah, so the last thing I'm going to cover this episode, because it's been a very long, chatty episode, just because I've had so much to talk about. So the last thing I want to discuss is my little outpost here, which I'll just quickly show. So, outpost is like, think of an outpost as just a paid countryside, but you can move it wherever you want. So, every building costs 2 upkeep, and you can only have 4 production buildings, and like no industry buildings. I think, no, I don't think you can have industry. You used to be able to have industry buildings. Basically, an outpost used to be like a mini regional centre when I used to play years ago, because you could have one. I think you could have as many buildings as you want, but every single building costs 3 coins. But you could have as many as you want. So I used to, when I was really rich, have an outpost and have like 15, 16 buildings on it, because it was actually worth the money. But now they've limited it to like a countryside. But actually, before I talk about that, I just need 3 planks. But now I've got some extra workers here. Should have some more people working here. Brilliant, I do. So now I've got more market capacity. I can buy in the 3 planks for myself, actually, so not going to cost me any money. Buy in the 3 planks. And now I can get my silver mine, because not only is this mine working at 70% capacity, so it wasn't actually getting the most out of it, it also is more efficient, as I said before, to use the mining shafts. So now, by using the mining shafts, I'm not only getting more use out of these miners, I'm getting more silver, like more silver efficiency as well. So it's brilliant. So that's my little silver, tiny little silver sliver, but actually 2 mining shafts. So it's not terrible, is it? I actually want to buy. I'll bring a little royal mail to bring over some more shovels and planks and stone to get a second mining shaft, because even though it will take us over the usage, because it's more efficient to use mining shafts, we'll get more silver. So that's what I'll do. Play the same thing, I feel like. Again, even though it's... Well, actually, do these cost money? Do the annexes cost 2 coins? Even if it does, I think it's still worth it, but more efficient to use the clay pits. So I could actually get like 4 or 5 clay pits here, and more clay. And it's quite expensive for 5 shovels just to get like a 1 or 2 more clay, but hey, I won't turn it down. So I've got 2 woodcutters, level 3 woodcutters, clay miner, and a mining camp. And then I've got my market over here, which is selling internally, selling silver internally to myself. It sells clay on the market when stocks reach 80 for 2 coins. Same with wood. But then it sells clay to me internally when it reaches only 11 for 1 coin. And then it buys in meat. But now I've got some extra slots. Is there anything I can... No, I won't buy anything in. Yeah, guys, so that's the situation. So I wanted this place just for the silver, really. Because we need the silver for coinage. And I don't think I'd ever hit coinage without that silver mine. I'm being genuinely serious, because if we look, as I think you saw earlier when I was looking at the market, silver is in such high demand. 10 at 110, 6 at 100. Like, I'd have to buy in 10 at probably about 150, 200 coins to get any sales, because why would people want to sell me silver when they can hold on to it themselves because they know the price is going to go up? Or they need to use it for coinage themselves. So silver is in such high demand. And I can always shut this place down once I've got coinage and got my 10 silver and get my my new settlements. But this is what I'm thinking. Rocktown, I could get 1 city here, and then with that 1 city, I can expand to all this area. Because remember, because it's connected, I could have 2 countrysides, because then it's got the 2. I could have a countryside here, and a countryside here. So that's the 1 city here. And then I could have my 2nd city here. Then you may be thinking, where am I going to put my countrysides? Well, it's simple. I transfer, it could be a village, I transfer these 3, which were the village, to that new regional centre. And then because we've already got the connections for all of these, which will all be owned by us, I can then build extra countrysides wherever I want. Some down this river, some up here, and then I can just position them to go to these regional centres. I assume that's how it works. I might be completely mistaken, and actually I might find out that even though, yes, it's linked to us, you can't just link wherever you want. You have to link it to the closest one. I know, for example, here, Mount Buffalo, and choose which countryside it is. So for this one, where it's joint between both of them, you can choose. But this one you can clearly see is joint for both of them. If we have one here, and let's say we have these ones up here, maybe it will say that they can only go to this city we'd have here because they don't actually link up to Rocktown. I don't know. I really don't know how it works. But if we give that a trial, because what we can do is we can start with our first city here, get the countrysides all up here, and if it's saying that Rocktown can reach these countrysides all up here, then brilliant, we know that it should work for these other ones. But either way, guys, we've got so much space all around here to expand to. I genuinely can get 2 new regional centres. One as a town, get 5 countrysides. One as a village, get 3. And I've still got loads of space. And we will pump out so much money that, well, yeah, we'll sort of become a bit invaluable. And I can probably see at this point, you can have as much money as you want, but if you can't buy what you want, what's the point of having it? That's why I always like to produce a lot of key resources like shovels and axes myself, because yeah, I can have as much money as I want. I've got 9,000 coins, but actually, to buy the shovels, if we can go to it here, there just isn't any being sold. So yeah, I could put an order for 50 coins, but then suddenly my money's, like, it's just all inflation, isn't it? Because I could put 50 coins and go for 40, suddenly that's 2,000 coins. That's sort of like a quarter of my money, or I could just make them myself. So money is obviously really, really good to have, but if what you need isn't actually even on the market, then it sort of becomes a little bit invaluable. Anyway, guys, that's been a really, really long video there. If you're still watching, I thank you very much, because most people probably clicked off because they're bored to death. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the video, leave it a like. If you're enjoying the series, and we're on episode 29 now, we're almost as long as the original series for season 1 was. I don't think we're anywhere near finishing. So if you're enjoying this season and you want to see more and be updated when, maybe season 3 comes out, then please subscribe. Apart from that, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.